Hi friends, welcome to your movement practice. The full moon energy gives us an opportunity to really see clearly what's happening in our lives right now. It's a good time to revisit your goals, to reevaluate some things in your life. It's also an opportunity to slow down, to reconnect to yourself. So in this practice, I encourage you to have 2 blocks or books or whatever you have to support your hands. And you'll also need something to pad your knees, so a blanket or a towel will work. And once you have your props, let's get started. You'll come to a seated position. We'll start in a cross-leg position with the right leg in front. And as you prepare your seat, feel your sit bones underneath you and start to shift from side to side. Shift your spine from right to left. And come back to center and shift your spine forward and back. Your hands can be on your knees to guide you and to provide that support. And then come back to side. And begin to shift forward and back. Then find your center line. Find that center line right in the middle, and then switch the cross of your legs. Start to move side to side again, and then forward and back. And then let's start to segment this. So move to your right, the front, the side, and then back. And find a segmented circle, shifting your spine in these directions. Now let's combine that and make one smooth circle like the full moon. One continuous circle, move around your spine, and then reverse, go the opposite direction. Do that a few more times, shifting this one continuous circle through the spine. And then come back to your center, and let's meet in tabletop. Unwind your legs, your feet. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Cat-cow pose. Begin to relax the ribs as you arch the back. Exhale, press into your palms to round. And you'll continue this cat-cow motion. Move through your entire spine. Feel each part of your spine on the back body shift into your cat-cow pose. Now, as you come back to the center, take your cat-cow in a full circle, just like we were doing in our seated position. See if you can make this one continuous line. Shift the weight from your heels into your hands, and then reverse, go the opposite direction. As we move through the body, your body is going to prompt you to breathe. So I'm not going to cue you through a lot of breath in this practice because your body will naturally guide you in how to breathe. So come back to the center of your hands. Let's shift forward into the palms, maybe even past your fingertips. And then go ahead and curl your toes underneath as you shift your hips back into your toes. You can relax the head down. Inhale, shift forward and back. Shift forward into your hands and back. Again, find a natural rhythm with your breath as you shift forward and then back. Now let's add our cat-cow pose into this. Inhale into cat, or cow, as you arch the back, but shift forward at the same time. And then for cat pose, round your back as you shift the weight back into your heels. And let's do that again. Inhale, cow, relax the belly, arch the back, shift the weight into your hands. And then round as you shift the weight back into your heels. Bring your arms over to the right side of your space. And we're going to do the same thing. Inhale for your cow pose. This is a nice stretch for the left side of the body. Exhale, cat, round your back and really pull the hands towards your body, but press them down in the mat to your space at the same time. And then inhale, arch the back, come forward. Exhale, round and sink the hips to your heels. Do that again. Inhale, come forward into the hands. Exhale, shift the weight back. Bring your hands back to the center and then over to the left side. As you press your hands into the floor, inhale, shift into your cow pose. Exhale, cat round and press into the hands. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lean back. Do that again. Come forward and shift back. Bring your palms back to the center. Bring your big toes to touch and widen your knees a lot. Full moon energy, take up space. As you bring the palms out in front, relax your chest and your head down. So in this practice, we will stir up energy. You'll feel your heart rate increase. You'll feel the muscles and bones become more alive. And then we're going to have pockets of stillness to allow that energy to circulate. So feel what you feel here as you allow the body to settle on your next exhale. Walk your hands back underneath your body to come up. Pull the knees underneath you and come back to tabletop. From tabletop, take your palms 1 palm distance ahead of your shoulders. Shift your shoulders over your wrist. Curl the toes underneath. Downward facing dog. When you shift back to downward facing dog, move your outer hips back. You can bend your knees and send your chest toward your thighs. And then from here, you can pedal it out. Bend the knees back and forth. Walk your hands to the center of your mat, somewhere in the center, so that your heels can be a little bit closer to the floor. So you're in a shorter downward facing dog. Bend your knees and take your left hand across to the outside of your right leg for a gentle, active spinal twist. So when I say gentle, I mean try not to jerk your body over to the right, but use your breath to guide you and to open up through armpit and down through the side of the body. And then bring your left hand down, switch sides. Right hand will cross underneath to the outside of the calf. Gently pull onto the calf. Let your head relax as we twist to the left. Come back to the center, plant your palms down. Look forward to the top of your mat and walk your feet to your hands at the top of your mat. Bring your hands on your shins. Come up halfway through the spine. Exhale, fold. Melt your thighs as close as you can to your thighs. Inhale, rise to stand. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up alongside the ears. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold, fingertips to the ground. Step your left foot back and lower the knee down to the ground. This is where you can grab your blocks. Lunge to half splits. This is just moving energy. So just concentrate on the shift forward and the shift back. And when you come back to your lunge, pause, bring your left hand down, right arm reaches up to the sky. Press more into your right foot and really feel your lower body become more stable. As you press into your left foot, come up onto your left fingertips. And we'll move through this transition slow so that you can just notice and feel for like what's happening. Stay connected to your breath. Slowly rise. Lift both arms up and out into this open twist. And wherever you are, sigh it out to settle into where you landed. Now your left hand is going to come back down, but you're going to stay in this open, active twist. Maybe fingertips just come down, or you can flatten your palm, then your right arm lifts back up to the ceiling. We're going to do that again. Inhale, slowly lift the palm. You're going to feel your right side body light up. Open into this open twist. Pause here, land here. Bring your hands to your heart, but stay in your twist. Then hook your left elbow over your right thigh. We'll settle here in the twist. Feel for moving your thumbs towards your heart space, right in the center of your collarbones, right in the center of the chest. One more deep breath in. You'll slowly unwind. Fingertips will come down to the ground. This gives your spine time to reset. You can move your blocks out of the way. Step back to high plank pose. Right foot steps back. Lower your knees down. Lower all the way down to the ground. Take your fingertips out to the side. Elbow tips lift up to the ceiling. Anchor down through the tops of your feet for rolling cobra. Lift through the chest. Press into the fingertips to rise. Left shoulder down, look to the right. Inhale, come back to the center. Roll the right shoulder down, look to the left. Do that one more time. Inhale, rise up. Roll the left shoulder down, look right. Inhale, come up. Roll the right shoulder down, look left. Come back to the center. Press more into the tops of the feet. Exhale, lower the chest down. Bring your hands right by the rib cage. Curl the toes underneath. Press up to your knees. Downward facing dog. Shift the hips back. And take a big breath out. Step your left foot forward to the top of the mat. Lower your back knee down. You can grab your blocks. Lunge to half splits. Let's just get the movement going through the legs as you shift forward and back. With all of the bright light that shines from the full moon, I feel like it just shines and brings a lot of clarity. It shines light on things in our lives that we can take the opportunity to reevaluate. Does this serve you right now? As you come back to your lunge, you can move your blocks out of the way. Right hand down, left arm reaches up to the sky. This is a spinal twist. Feel the rib cage to chest move over to the left side. And we're gonna start slow to activate your core. Come up onto your right fingertips. Can you shift your chest a little bit more over to the left? And then take your time to lift off of the fingertips to come into this open twist. Reach your fingertips and your palms away from each other. Your right hand or right fingertips will come back down to the ground. Stay open in your side body. And we'll do that again. Press into your left foot as you slowly rise back up to the center. Bring your hands to your heart. Stay in your twist. Hook the elbow over your left thigh. And then inch by inch, each exhale, begin to move your thumbs closer towards the center of your chest. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release your palms down to the ground. This time we'll step forward to the top of the mat. Curl the back toes underneath. Step into your forward fold, bend the knees. Place your hands on your shins. Come up halfway through the spine. Lift up, lengthen from lower back to the crown of your head. Keep the weight towards your toes as you fold back into the legs. Reset your feet to walk them underneath you about hip-width distance apart. Chair pose, bend your knees. Bring your arms alongside your ears. We'll add some dynamic movement here. Fingertips down, lift the heels, and feel for reaching back through the fingers. Lift the heels up off of the ground and balance here. Lower the heels down, arms sweep back to the sides of your body and alongside your ears. 2 more times like that. Fingertips down, lift and rise up onto the tippy toes. Lower the heels down, arms come out in front. Last time, fingertips move down, lift up and out of the toes, move the heart forward. Lower the heels down, arms come back out in front. Exhale, fold, release your legs and all that energy down to the ground. Step your right foot back, lower the knee down to the ground. We'll begin to add on to our flow. Right hand down, left arm reaches up to the ceiling. And slowly lift up onto the right fingertips, open twist, spread out through the arms. Bring your hands to your heart. Exhale, hook and twist your elbow over your thigh. So you've been here before, so there's a lot more to just sense, find, and clarify, like where your rib cage is, where your chest is. Can you move your thumbs closer to your heart space? Slowly unwind your twist. Fingertips come to the ground. Listen for the change. Your right foot will swivel behind you. Hands will walk to the inside of the leg. And you'll keep walking right. You'll keep walking right. Extend the left leg towards the top of your mat. Lift and rise, shoulders stack over your waist. Left leg is extended. Take the arms alongside your ears. Bring the left palm down the left leg. Right arm reaches up and over your ear. Reach and extend out through the fingertips and let that line run all the way down your armpit to the outer part of your right hip. Take one more deep breath in here. Exhale, slowly lift up out of this. Use this, your next breath, to lengthen up, fingertips reach up to the sky. Slowly tilt your upper body over to the right. Now this will be quite active. You are holding your body up against gravity. Can you lengthen fingertips out a little bit longer? Take a full deep breath in. On your exhale, plant your hands towards the back of your mat. This is a twist. Your leg is still trailing behind you. Your palms are facing the back of your mat now. To unwind your twist, your right leg is going to keep swiveling underneath you so that your hips face your hands and the whole body is now at the back of the mat. Downward facing dog. Your right leg will meet the left leg into your downward facing dog. Take a big breath out wherever you are and sigh it out. Look forward towards your hands. Step your right foot forward to the top of your mat, lower your back knee down. Second side, left hand comes down, right arm reaches up to the sky. You'll take your time here to bring your fingertips, lift up onto the fingertips, slowly come into your open twist. Bring your hands to your heart. Exhale, hook and twist your elbow over your thigh. So through this flow, this full moon flow, I invite you to take your time. There are a lot of interesting transitions as we wax and wane like the moon to open up into these expressions. You can move slower. Know that you have the space and opportunity to do so. Slowly unwind your twist, bring your fingertips to the mat. Swivel your left leg behind you and begin to walk your fingertips over to the left side of your body now. You'll keep this rotation to extend the right leg long. Once you have yourself grounded and centered, stack the shoulders as you lift over the waist. Bring your arms alongside your ears and reach up long and tall through the body. Bring your right hand onto your thigh, slide the hand down the thigh, side bend, reach the left arm up and over the ear. Feel all this open space here as you take a deep breath into the bottom of your rib cage. Exhale, land and settle into the shape that you're in. Inhale, bring the arms alongside your ears again and slowly tilt your upper body over to the left. There's a lot of active energy here. Can you press into what you feel? Press into the right foot, press down into the back of the left foot. Slowly turn to place your hands towards the front of the mat. In this spinal twist, your back leg is still trailing behind you. Now let's unwind this. Left leg will continue to swivel underneath you. Once your hips are squared and even, step back to downward facing dog and sigh it out. Step your left foot forward at the top of the mat. Bring your right hand down, left arm reaches up to the sky. So as we keep moving, come into your open twist. Bring your hands to your heart. Bring the right elbow over the left thigh, spinal twist. Reset your hands to the mat. Swivel the right leg behind you. And right away, start to sweep the arms up alongside your ears. Extend the left leg, side bend, left hand slides down your thigh, right arm reaches up and over your ear. Inhale, come back to center, arms alongside the ears. Tilt over to the right. Bring your hands down to the mat. You'll bring the right leg underneath you, square the hips. Downward facing dog, side out. Let's switch sides, right foot steps forward. Lower the back knee down. Left hand down, right arm reaches up to the sky. Come up onto the fingertips and rise all the way up into your open twist. Bring your hands to your heart. Exhale, hook and twist your elbow over your thigh. Again, know that the pace is up to you as you bring your hands down to the ground. Swivel the left leg behind you. Bring the arms alongside the ears. Straighten your right leg out. Right hand comes down onto the thigh. Left arm reaches up and over the ear. Inhale, bring arms alongside the ears and shift the body weight over to the left. Hold and hover here. To release, hands come to the front of your mat. Bring the left foot behind you, downward facing dog. When you get there, take a big breath out. Let's do this flow one more time. Step your left foot forward. Lower the back knee down. Bring your right hand down, left arm up. See if you can make this in one smooth, continuous line. Hands to your heart. Hook and twist the elbow over your thigh. Think of this as moving with full moon energy with your hands down to the ground. Shift the right leg back. Sweep the arms alongside your ears. Left hand down, right arm reaches up and over. Come back to your center as you tilt your body over to the right. Hands come down to the ground. Unwind your right leg from behind you, downward facing dog reset. Bring your right foot forward. Lower the back knee down. Left hand comes down, right arm up. Make this one smooth, continuous line as you rise. Hands to your heart. Exhale, hook and twist elbow over your thigh. Reset your spine, hands come down to the ground. Left leg swivels behind you, arms reach alongside the ears, straighten your right leg. Right hand comes down, left arm reaches up and over the ear. Side bend. Come back to center, and then tilt your upper body over to the left. Lower your hands down to the mat. Unwind the left leg, downward facing dog. Settle here in downward facing dog and take a big breath out. Do that again. Inhale, full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Slowly lower your knees down to the ground, child's pose. Take up more space. Widen your knees, bring your big toes to touch. Settle your body in and down as you bring your arms out in front. There's a lot of energy that we built up. On your exhale, let it all settle here. Perhaps there was a lot of mental chatter as you were moving and trying to figure out where you were in space. All is well now. Be with what is. Invite in some ease on this next exhale. And take a big sigh out to let it go. Bring your hands back alongside your knees. Bring the knees together and come to your tabletop position. Downward facing dog, walk the hands one palm distance ahead of the shoulders. As you shift the shoulders over your wrists, curl the toes underneath. Lift the hips up and back and side out. We'll continue our full moon expression and movement in our flow. Again, I invite you to take your time. We'll be adding on at one point, and I'll guide you when it's time. Step your left foot forward to the top of the mat. Lower your back knee down. Spinal twist, bring your right hand down, left arm reaches up. Make this one continuous smooth line as you open the arms. Bring your hands to your heart. Spinal twist, hook the elbow over your thigh. Unwind the hands to the ground. As you spin your right foot behind you, let's right away open and wave to the right side of the mat. Extend long through the body. Reach your fingertips away from the foot. Bring your hands to the back of your mat. Unwind the right leg to square your hips and pause. Lift your right shin off of the ground in high plank pose. Take the right leg back, three-legged dog. Let the right leg extend up and away from the body. Step forward in between your hands, warrior two. Spin your back heel down, align your front heel with the center of your back foot. Windmill the arms open and settle into your warrior two. Reach your arms long and away. Cross the collarbones out through the fingertips. Take your left hand behind you, slide it down the thigh, reverse your warrior. Right arm reaches up and over the ear. Extended side angle, bring your right forearm on the thigh, but try not to collapse in this space. Bring the right forearm on the thigh, left arm reaches up and over the ear. If you want a little bit of a challenge, you have more support under your legs, you can take both arms alongside the ears. Wherever you are, inhale, slowly rise, straighten through your right leg, turn your right toes in, arms come alongside the ears. Turn both toes out. Goddess, bend your knees and let your hands settle right here at the center of your heart. Take a deep full breath in. Inhale, straighten the legs, arms reach alongside the ears. Now turn your toes inward, heels out. Wide-legged forward fold. Hands can come past your heart. As you shift your hips back, bring your hands down underneath the chest. Let your entire upper body drape down towards the thighs. Feel the release from the lower back to the upper back. If you found that you're rounding in your spine and you're more lifted and then relaxed, bend your knees. Give your spine some space. Give your hamstrings some love. Bend the knees and let your body relax down into the shape. Each shape that we take is an opportunity to reevaluate and to shift around and give your body what it needs. Slowly bring your hands underneath your chest. Walk your hands towards the back of your mat. We're going to turn all the way around again to the top of the mat. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot back. From down dog, shift forward to a high plank position. Lower your knees down. Lower your chest all the way down to the mat. Bring your fingertips out to the side. Rolling cobra. Anchor down through the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift the chest. Look to the right. Lower the left shoulder down. And keep doing that. Lift up with fingertips. Look to the left. Roll the right shoulder down. And keep moving through your expression. Rolling your cobra from right to left. When you come back to your center, lower the chest down, hands right by your rib cage. Curl the toes underneath, press up to the knees, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, lower the back knee down. Bring the left hand down to the mat, inhale your right arm up. One continuous line as you reach up and out through the arms, hands to your heart, hook and twist elbow over the thigh. Again, moving at your pace, bring your hands down to the ground. As you swivel the left leg behind you, let's right away come to that wide full moon opening over to the left. Extend your right leg out to the side. Take one more deep full breath in. Exhale, lower the hands down behind you to the top of the mat. Your left foot is going to unwind, re-square your hips. You want to feel for stability here before we move on. Press into your hands, lift your left leg off of the mat, lift the shin up towards the body. Three-legged dog, take the left leg up and back, extend it all the way towards the sky. Step your left foot in between your hands, pause here, warrior two. Spin your back heel down and see that your front heel is in line with the center of your back foot. Then open your arms from stability into warrior two. Right hand moves down the right thigh, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Extended side angle. Try not to collapse as you lower the left arm down onto the thigh. Right arm reaches up and over your ear. Left arm, if you want a little bit more challenge, reaches out and extends towards the front of your mat. Wherever you are, straighten your left leg. Slowly turn your upper body to the center, star pose. Reach alongside the ears. Goddess, turn the heels in. Hands settle at your heart center. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Rolling goddess. Drape your right shoulder down, look left. Inhale, center, and switch. Do that again. Inhale, come to center. Stay grounded in your legs as you roll the spine and shoulders. Come back to the center. Left shoulder down, look right. Bring your spine back to neutral. Bring your shoulders back over your waist. Straighten the legs, arms reach alongside the ears. Turn your toes inward. Hands come to your hips this time and physically move your hips back. Shift them back into your wide-legged forward fold. Bring your left hand to the center of your chest. Right arm lifts up, spinal twist. Take your left hand across the body, over your right shin, maybe your right ankle, and drape or move your left elbow down towards the ground. Right arm lifts up to the sky, maybe it wraps behind your back. Bring the right hand down to the ground. Let it help you come back to the center, unwind. Right hand comes underneath the chest. Inhale the left arm up to the sky. Find this open space. Press into your right hand, lift up through the left arm. And then take the right hand onto the calf or the ankle. Let this pull you down towards the ground. Left hand can wrap behind the back. Relax the head and the neck away from the shoulders. Come back to your center, palms underneath you, reset your body, and begin to walk your hands towards the top of your mat now, all the way to the top of the mat. And we'll step back to downward facing dog from here. Shift forward to your high plank, lower all the way down to the ground. And set up for locust pose. I'm gonna talk you through locust. Palms come behind you. Interlace the hands at your lower back. Use your knuckles to lift your chest. Use your arm strength to lift your chest away from the ground. Press your palms together. Float your feet away from the ground. You have an option to possibly stay here or to bend your knees and take your hands alongside the tops of your feet for bow pose. If you have this position with me, press your hands into your feet, feet into your hands. If your body is saying not right now, come back to your locust pose. We're here for 3 more breaths. You count your breaths. You take a deep inhale. Track your exhale. And when you're ready to come down, then you lower your body wherever you have. Maybe you have your bind on your hands. Bring your arms in front of you and stack your head on your fist or your hands. This is where we'll use the opportunity to settle in and down, to let all that energy that you worked up circulate and move through you. And if you lean on your exhale just a little bit more, clear and let all that process, you'll find that your body is more receptive to this resting position. Let all this energy shine the light within. To reconnect to yourself. And to be in your own energy. Let's slowly bring the hands by the rib cage. Press up to hands and knees. And lie down on your back. Bring the feet around and lie down. You can have your blocks or even blanket nearby, just in case you want to grab it when it's time. Lie down on the back. Arms reach out alongside the body. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. You can stay here, or you can pick up the left foot and interlace your hands behind the thigh for your eye of the needle pose. Pick up the head and lengthen out the back of the neck so there's space around your shoulders. You will keep your leg position where it is, but release your hands out to the side. Begin to cross the legs. Right leg crosses over the left leg. Pick up your shoulders and reach for the foot that's closest to the hand that's out. So your right hand will grab the left foot, left hand will grab the right foot, or you can have palms on the shins instead. Once you have whatever body part that you're touching, lower the shoulders back down and hug the legs in. Full moon energy gives us the opportunity to reevaluate, to revisit things that we may have lost track of. Maybe you've been really busy and you've just lost track of yourself. So as you exhale, just be grateful that you took this opportunity for yourself today to connect to your body. We'll unwind the legs, and place the feet back on the ground. And just settle here for a moment. Just feel the feet ground down and begin to shift your hips forward and back. Pelvic tilts. When your pelvis shifts forward, the lower back will slightly lift. And then to smooth this space, lower the back down on the ground. And then do that again. Shift the hips forward, lift the lower back, and then smooth that space out. Come back to a neutral pelvis, a neutral spine. Cross the left ankle over your right thigh. Take your hands behind the thigh and hug in. The full moon shines light on things that we can make room for. Meaning to create space in your life for what you deserve and you desire. Some simple things could be going through your closet and just clearing out clothes that you haven't worn. You'll keep your legs as they are. Release the hands down and cross your left thigh over your right thigh. Pick up the shoulders, take your hands and reach for the foot or the shin that is closer to the hand. Then lower your shoulders back down onto the ground once you have your grip. And hug in. Other simple things that you can do is to make room and to clear your space is to go through the refrigerator or the cabinets or just your kitchen and just reevaluate. Do the things that are there, do they serve you? Do they serve their highest good and highest purpose for the life and for your intentions that you set for yourself? It's kind of like a checklist. You just go down some other areas of your life, your emotional energy, your spiritual energy, your physical energy, your mental energy, and just take inventory. And we can slow down enough to see these things for what they are so we can make decisions that support us for where we're headed. Go ahead and unwind your legs. Place your feet back down on the ground. Pelvic tilt, shift your pelvis forward and back as you feel the lower back lift, and then smooth that space out. You're not lifting the butt here. You're just shifting your pelvis, getting some movement in that area. Come back to a neutral spine. Take your knees and your thighs towards your body, hands along the shins. You can move side to side. So this may be where you stay, or you can come to happy baby. Take the arms on the inside of the legs, palms wrap around the outsides of the feet, and you sway side to side. Stamp your feet towards the ceiling. Draw your thighs closer to the ground. Come back to your center. Give yourself a big hug, a big squeeze. You can rock side to side or make a circle with your spine, with your lower back. Go both directions if you chose those circles. Give yourself a big squeeze, hug in, hug in, hug in. Embrace yourself. Breathe in love, gratitude, and appreciation for your body and how you were able to move today. And on your exhale, release any judgments as you lower the arms and feet down. Release any idea of limitation. Straighten your right leg, straighten your left leg. Clear your space. You can add in blocks underneath the knees for our final resting pose. The rest period helps your body to integrate the experience from your practice. So get settled. Feel every muscle and bone in your body soften to release the effort from the practice. Begin to breathe in through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh it out. We'll end this practice with a breath practice to continue to hone in and nurture the body and to allow the body to restore after the practice. Bring your attention to your lower back, right on the top of your sacrum area. And if you want to feel for where that is, you can put one of your hands underneath the lower back and just let that connection, mind-body connection, let that settle, and then release the hand back out to the side. But from that space, take a deep breath in and let it move up your spine. The inhale moves up the spine to the crown of your head. On your exhale moves down the front of your body through the chest, the navel, and then to the front of your pelvis. And then you're going to wrap the breath back around. Inhale through the center of the thighs, through the lower back space, up the spine to the crown of your head. Exhale down the front of your body, back to the top of the pelvis. The inhale pulls the breath back around the center of the thighs, to the lower back, to the spine, up to the crown of your head. Exhale down the front of the body, And you'll continue this visualization. Your eyes can begin to soften and settle, or your gaze can be down toward your nose. But create this circular motion of breath as you breathe in through the back of the body. Exhale down the front of the body. Follow and track your breath. And allow every part of your being to focus on the intention of moving your breath through the back body and down the front. As one continuous line, try not to break the focus of this circular energy, circular movement of energy. A circle also represents completion, feeling whole, feeling full. And when you make room and create space, you get to invite in what you actually deserve and desire. We also get to see ourselves in our fullest potential and make adjustments along the way. The path that we are destined for becomes more clear. In order to be seen, we have to see ourselves first. We have to take a good look at who we are, what we want, what we actually want. What do we see for ourselves? What is important to us? What lights you up? Begin to release your breath meditation. Release your effort of this conscious breath. And allow the body to breathe you again. Wherever you are with your breath right now, just exhale and empty out. Clear your body, clear your space. And as you inhale in again, just feel that fresh life force moving through you. Take a deep breath in for yourself. Fill up, fill up, fill up. Exhale to rinse it out again. All right, my friends, thank you so much for sharing your time and trusting my guidance today. If you're staying for more rest, please do so. If you're ending your practice with me, again, thank you so much. Take care and be well.